Hello, I'm Maria Sahakyan from 9-2. Today, I would like to present to you my research, the adaptation of Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare for the fourth grade students of Quantum College. I'm also going to analyze the process of the adaptation. The original idea was to have the adaptation printed, however, due to the pandemic, only the electronic version of it will be. Firstly, let us speak about the playwright himself. It is generally accepted that William Shakespeare was born on April 23rd, 1564. At least this is the date given in most of his biographies. William Shakespeare's education started at home. In addition to it, he attended Stratford's Old Boys Grammar School. The topic of my research is Romeo and Juliet, one of Shakespeare's famous tragedies. He also wrote other plays, both tragedies and comedies, some of which are Othello, King Lear, Macbeth, Hamlet. Apart from writing plays, he also wrote a number of sonnets. Let me give you a short presentation of the play. Two families are constantly fighting, but two teenagers from each family fall in love with one another. They marry secretly and make a plan in order to run away. However, the plan does not work, and as a consequence, lovers die, and only after their death, both families agree not to argue with one another. Now, let me talk about the idea behind my research. Romeo and Juliet is relevant in all centuries, including these days. This is why I have chosen the timeless classic as the topic of my research paper. People in 21st century don't value the freedom they are given, and it is my personal belief that they must be reminded of it. I thought this play was a good idea to remind them of that, as it raises such questions as personal choice, freedom, and it's a good way to show them how easy it is for teenagers now and how hard it was to be with the one loved back then. Now, let us analyze the methods used in the adaptation. The play was changed into a short story. The structure of the play, too, was changed, partly. This means that the acts were still there, however, the scenes were not. In order to adapt something for young readers, you have to know their vocabulary. Therefore, the first thing I did was going through their textbook and learning what they know. And to find words they used beside the ones they learned at school, I needed to hear them speak. So I attended an English class in 4-2. Seeing them use the words helped me more than going through their vocabulary. But there was a giant problem. The vocabulary from their book didn't match the one I needed. That's why the process of the adaptation was rather hard. Adapting the play with only the words they knew was technically impossible. So naturally, I had to add some words they might have heard outside of school. Now, the benefits of the adaptation for our young readers. Some of the words they are going to learn in the 5th grade are also included, such as a balcony, an act, etc., next, etc., but no new grammatical material is included. In order not to make the story harder for them, it was necessary to remove some side characters and write the story in one of the tenses they had learned this year. I chose past simple as they most likely will need to repeat it for this year's exam. Also, the illustrations of the adaptation were made by me. It was decided to choose something easy and understandable. Each act has 2 to 3 drawings. The app I used to draw them was Adobe Photoshop. I really hope this adaptation helps them repeat what they know and learn. After adapting for 4th graders, I realized that it might have been a better idea to adapt Romeo and Juliet for 6th, 7th, or even 8th graders because they're more mature and their vocabulary. I would like to thank my supervisor for encouraging, being amazingly understanding, and extremely patient. Thank you for